Hello Fantasy Faithfuls and welcome to James Conner's Fantasy Snapshot. In 2019, James Conner will be facing a group of teams that last year gave up 294 points in fantasy, 2 running backs, 10th least in the NFL with 4.25 yards per carry and 14 touchdowns on average. Breaking down his rushing, let's start with the glaring concern, the runs up the A-gap, either side of the center. 29% of all of his runs goes up the A-gap. That is nothing wrong with that. The league average is 30, so all good so far. Where the concern comes in is the 2.7 yards per carry in runs up that lane. If the amount of carries up the A-gap goes up, this can cause issues in his productivity. If his yards per carry goes down in any other lane, he will have problems in 2019. The positives are far more than the concerns. Even if the concern is a big one, having 23% of your runs outside the left guard while getting 5.4 yards per carry there is one of the absolute best stats of any running back. The opponents that fit his strengths the best is the New England Patriots. They gave up 6 yards per carry outside the right guard and 4.7 outside the left tackle to opposing running backs. Conner's best lanes, so start him in DFS for that game. His one-game floor is 1.1 points and ceiling 22.9. This means that his floor is impacted by games from 2017 as well, and the fact that he had 2 games under 5 points last year. He took a huge step forward. It really shows in his boom chance and bust risk. Since he has a high ceiling, his boom chances are very low and there's no chance that he'll be under 1.1 points anymore. His touchdown rate last year was 5.6, 15th highest in the league, and a bit high in my book, bound for some negative regression. Based on my market share study, I have him projected for 554 carries and 78 targets in 2019. I would like to take a second to remind you to hit that like button, leave a comment what you think about this video, and subscribe to the channel. I love every interaction I have with y'all, and every little bit helps me put out even more content. Conner was one of the least usable backs in 2018 for top guys. That is also due to him missing a few games, but mostly the 4 games he played and was under the average points for an RB3. The situation breakdown for Conner shows that he is better at home than away, which most backs were in 2018, so nothing that is weird here. However, he did score less points against bottom 16 run defenses, and lastly, he was way better when the Steelers played teams with losing records, showing that when they play good teams, Big Ben hogs the ball. Conner saw 34 red zone carries in 2018, and with those carries, he scored 10 touchdowns. He gets almost 70% of the carries in the red zone, but since the team throws so much down there, it's still only 34 carries, and with one of the highest success rates in the league, I don't expect 10 touchdowns from red zone runs in 2019. His average risk of not scoring above 10 fantasy points was 3.6%. Again, as all the other top backs, there's little to no risk of them not scoring double-digit points. Based on his current ADP of 11th overall and all the numbers I've laid out in this video, I give him a draft grade of B-. He has the touches going for him in Pittsburgh, but I'd much rather have David Johnson or Joe Mixon in this range. They have more stable floors, which I value this early on in drafts. Hello Fantasy Faithful, I hope you enjoyed that video. Don't forget to check out more of them right here and here. In case you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss a beat.